Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 25 shows Eida spying on Sarada and Sumire talking about their feelings, connecting over liking Boruto, and she feels so excluded. She feels like, what? How dare they have this conversation without me present, you know what I mean? Without me being there in person to talk about it with them, you know what I mean? All she can do is like spy on them. So then she asks the unit or whatever, the mind transmission unit to directly contact her to those girls, and so that way they can like, I guess, share or gossip or have some more talk amongst each other. But could there be something more to it? Is there something that Eida is like wants to share with them, or like it could just be that she was like, oh, I want to be a part of the talk. Yeah, you know what I mean? I want us to be like a group of girls able to like talk about these things with one another. And she feels like, oh, those two have a bond that I'm never going to be a part of. And she just like, hey, get me in contact with them so they can come over here and we can actually talk about this, you know what I mean? Or is it more so like, these girls shouldn't be having these feelings because they're affected by my charm, you know, by my omnipotence, you know what I mean? Is it going to be one of those things where it's like, how are they able to have a crush on him when they should be still crushing on me, you know? Now, it probably doesn't work in that way. I'm sure people can still find like love even though that they're infatuated with Eida, but it's one of those things, or it's one of those crazy things where it's like there's going to be like little clues sprinkled throughout the story of where Eida feels like, are Sarada and Sumire actually affected by me? Kind of like they were in the beginning, you know what I mean? Where it felt like, hey, we're not actually affected by this, are we? No, we're not. It's going to be one of those. And she could also have other pressing matters to talk about with them. And this is the fact that Mamushi's going after Eida. So she might want them to be around her 24/7 to help fight him off. Or something like that. You know what I mean? She could have more than just like one thing to talk about with them. And if they're with Eida, then it's more than likely that Shikamaru or Kashin Koji or whoever is going to be able to talk to them as well. And they're going to be in on the new information that's going to come up and whatnot. So you really have no idea what's going to happen. But I know this, as long as Eida's the target, I think people that are around Eida are definitely going to see some sort of action, or they're going to be caught up in the, you know, in the heat of the story. You know what I'm saying? So I think having Sarada and Sumire be attached to Eida, or like near her or in her general direction, or a part of her like inner circle or whatever, is good for the story, because it means that when something goes down with Eida, Sarada and Sumire will be able to like help her out when it comes time, or you know, something like that, something along those lines. Now, as for Sarada, what this kind of means is that like if Hidari shows up in the village, obviously Sarada's gonna have to break away from the pack, you know what I mean? So she's gonna have to break away from them to go handle that. So I don't know, it's all up in the air right now. We don't know how Mamushi's gonna invade the village to get to Eida or go after Eida and whatnot. All we know for sure is that right now Eida just feels excluded. She wants to be a part of the girl talk, and she's wants to get in contact with Sarada and Sumire as quickly as possible to like, I don't know, just to bond with them. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But let me know what you think. Why do you think that? Is it just Eida feeling excluded from the group and she just wants to talk to the girls? Is it something more than that, where she feels like, how are they able to develop this crush on him? And then is it another one where it's like, hey, I need to talk to you about what you guys just talked about, I felt excluded, and it's also like, Mamushi's coming after me and I need your guys' help to face the Shinju and whatnot, you know what I mean? So let me know what you guys think, if it's any of those things, or maybe an additional thing that I don't know about. But yeah, as for right now, I feel like that's the way it's going right now. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah,